In the annals of aviation history, few stories are as harrowing, as implausible, as the tale of Flight 571. This was not just any flight. It was an aircraft carrying 45 souls, mostly young rugby players from Uruguay, along with their friends and family. They were headed for Santiago, Chile, eager for a match that was to be a high point in their young lives. However, destiny had a different plan. On the 13th of October, 1972, the unthinkable happened. The aircraft, struggling against the fierce Andean winds, crashed into the heart of the formidable Andes Mountains. In an instant, the anticipation of a thrilling match was replaced with the stark reality of survival. The routine flight had transformed into a chilling tale of endurance and hope amidst the snow-clad peaks. What was supposed to be a routine flight quickly descended into a nightmare. Stranded at an altitude of 3,600 meters, with minimal supplies and brutal weather, survival became an unfathomable task. Imagine for a moment, you're stranded in the heart of the Andes, with only the wreckage of what was once a plane and a handful of fellow survivors. Faced with the harsh reality, the survivors of Flight 571 understood that the odds were against them. Their initial survival strategies were nothing short of ingenious. Every morsel of food they had was rationed meticulously, making each bite count. The wreckage of the plane, a chilling reminder of their plight, was repurposed to serve as a makeshift shelter against the biting cold and the relentless wind. But the Andes, with its unforgiving terrain and sub-zero temperatures, was a formidable adversary. The survivors were pushed to their physical and mental limits. The lack of food took a severe toll on their bodies, sapping them of their strength, while the constant fear and uncertainty gnawed at their minds. Sleep became a luxury as the thought of never waking up again lurked in the shadows. Despite the odds, the survivors clung onto hope, onto each other. They huddled together for warmth, shared stories to keep their spirits up, and nurtured the belief that help was on its way. The wreckage of Flight 571 became their home, their sanctuary amidst the desolation. But as the days turned into weeks, their hopes began to wane. The food was running out, and their bodies were growing weaker by the day. The cruel reality of their predicament was setting in. Their struggle was far from over. The question was no longer if they could survive, but how long they could hold on. The grim possibility of never being rescued was becoming more and more palpable. Yet, they were not ready to give up. They understood that their survival was not just about them, but about everyone who loved and cared for them back home. They knew they had to fight, not just for themselves, but for their families, their friends, their future. As the days turned into weeks, hope dwindled. Their struggle was far from over. Starvation loomed, and the survivors faced an unthinkable decision. As the days turned into weeks, the harsh reality of their situation became clearer. Their bodies grew weak, their spirits withered, and the remnants of their rations dwindled to nothing. The survivors of Flight 571 found themselves at a crossroads, forced to confront a choice that would challenge the very essence of their humanity. In the unforgiving wilderness of the Andes, the survivors were trapped in a dire paradox. They were surrounded by vast expanses of ice and snow, yet not a single morsel of edible food was in sight. They were in a world abundant with life, yet they were on the brink of death. The specter of starvation is not merely about the physical pain of an empty stomach. It gnaws at your sanity, forces you to confront your mortality, and whispers in your ear the most unthinkable solutions. And for the survivors, the unthinkable was on the table, the desperate act of cannibalism. Their decision to resort to such measures was not made lightly. It was a decision born out of desperation, a grim testament to their will to survive. Each survivor grappled with their own moral and ethical dilemmas. They were torn between the sanctity of human life and the primal instinct to survive. It was a choice that would haunt them, a choice that would forever mark their lives. Yet in the face of such adversity, they did not surrender to despair. They did not allow the mountains to become their tomb. No, they chose instead to fight, to cling to life with everything they had. They made the ultimate sacrifice, surrendering a piece of their humanity in order to preserve the whole. In choosing to survive, they did not just preserve their own lives, but also the memory of those who had not made it. They became living testaments to the strength and resilience of the human spirit, to the lengths people will go to in order to keep hope alive. In the face of death, they chose life, no matter the cost. With rescue seeming impossible, two brave souls embarked on a perilous journey. As the cold winds of the Andes howled around them, Nando Parrado and Roberto Canessa chose to face the unthinkable. Left with no other option, they made a daring decision to trek across the treacherous Andes, a decision that would test their resilience and determination to the core. The Andes, known for its unforgiving terrain and bone-chilling temperatures, was a formidable obstacle. Yet these two men, armed with little more than their will to survive, set out on their journey. Every footstep was a testament to their courage, every breath a pledge of their resolve. They navigated through mountainous peaks and valleys, their bodies pushed to the brink of exhaustion, but their spirit remained unbroken. Nando and Roberto traveled for 10 grueling days, battling the elements, fighting off hunger, and warding off despair. Their journey was marked by setbacks and challenges. There were moments of doubt, moments when the magnitude of their task seemed overwhelming, but they refused to give in. Their belief in the possibility of survival, the hope of seeing their loved ones again, kept them going. Their determination was astounding. They drew strength from each other, their bond forged in the crucible of adversity. Every obstacle they overcame, every hardship they endured, brought them closer to their goal. Despite the odds, they persevered. Their journey was a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a demonstration of what humans are capable of when pushed to their limits. Their resolve never wavered, their courage never faltered. They faced the Andes and emerged victorious. In the end, their efforts were not in vain. Their daring trek across the Andes proved to be their salvation. They found help, they found rescue. Their story of survival against all odds became a beacon of hope for the remaining survivors. Their courage was a beacon of hope amidst desperation. They proved that even in the face of insurmountable odds, the human spirit can triumph. Their journey, their bold escape will forever be remembered as a testament to human resilience and determination. After 72 grueling days of survival, the impossible happened. The bleak and unforgiving Andes had held them captive, but the moment of liberation had finally arrived. Imagine the flurry of emotions that flooded over the 16 survivors as they heard the distant hum of a helicopter, their only beacon of hope in the vast white wilderness. The sound grew louder, a harmonious symphony to their ears. It signaled salvation, a lifeline thrown their way after enduring what seemed like an eternity of hardship and despair. The sight of the rescue team, those brave souls who dared to venture into the heart of the Andes, was a sight for sore eyes. Every heartbeat echoed the overwhelming relief, the uncontainable joy, and the sheer disbelief. They were finally going home. The world outside, which had given up all hope, was left in utter shock. The miracle of the Andes, as it came to be known, was indeed a miracle, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Returning to society was no easy feat for the survivors. They were greeted with a storm of media attention, their story making headlines across the globe. Yet, beneath the media frenzy and the public fascination, they grappled with the haunting memories of their ordeal. The chilly winds of the Andes still whispered in their ears. The echoes of their sacrifices still resonated in their hearts. The aftermath was a whirlwind. The survivors found themselves caught between their desire to return to normalcy and the world's insatiable curiosity about their experience. They were hailed as heroes, their stories serving as a beacon of hope and resilience. Yet, they were also survivors. Individuals who had stared death in the face, and lived to tell the tale. Life after the Andes was a journey of healing and acceptance, of acknowledging their past and forging ahead into the future. It was a testament to their strength, their courage, and their unwavering will to survive. Against all odds, they had lived to tell their tale. The miracle of the Andes was not just a story of survival, but a symbol of the invincible human spirit, a testament to the power of hope against the harshest of adversities. The saga of Flight 571 is more than a survival story. It's a testament to the power of human will, the lengths we'll go to survive, and the resilience of the human spirit when faced with insurmountable odds. This story, harrowing as it was, has taught us invaluable lessons about strength, courage, and sacrifice. It's a story that has been immortalized time and again in books, films, and countless retellings, each capturing the raw essence of human survival against all odds. It has served as a stark reminder of our capacity to endure, to adapt, and ultimately to triumph over adversity. This narrative has not only inspired countless individuals, but has also informed numerous studies on survival psychology, shedding light on the indomitable human spirit. The legacy of Flight 571 continues to resonate, offering hope and inspiration to anyone facing their own mountains. Flight 571, a testament to human will, remains a beacon of survival and resilience, echoing the incredible power of the human spirit.